After a 10-day hiatus, the Kopiko Purple League is back. The final 4 rounds of match days in the Kopiko Purple League and the build-up to the Resorts World Genting Champions Challenge, which will end the season on February the 5th to the 8th in Genting. Hello, welcome along to the Kopiko Purple League. I'm Des Corkill, talking you through this first match of match day number 8. We've got Samuel Neeson, the manager of Kajang Badminton Club, who are safely in the reckoning for the playoff spots. It's looking good for you at the moment. As we look at the standings, though, Nusajaya and Kajang, the teams playing today, they've got a lot of work to do if they want to make the top 8, Samuel.
Yes, the points I was speaking to the managers of Nusajaya and also Kajang, they are saying that both of them are fighting for the top 10 placing. So it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out.
Kajang and Nusajaya currently 9th and 11th. The league standings are decided by games won minus games lost to give you an overall total. If there is a tie, then the result in the match between the two respective teams is there. 6 matches in each tie. There are 2 men's singles, there are 2 men's doubles, a mixed doubles and a women's singles. And Yip Hui Yin is on the singles side for the visitors from Hong Kong. Otherwise, what really takes your fancy in this lineup here today in the next 4 hours?
It definitely has to be the mixed doubles. The mixed doubles is certainly going to be fun, especially with former world number 1 Liliana Natsir in the fray.
Okay, we'll hand you down to Jason Desmond, who's on the arena floor, and he will give us the intros to the respective teams. This is Purple League 2015 Nusajaya versus Kajang. Nusajaya, who won their first match of the season last time out. This is the tournament that matches world champions with emerging players, and we've got a perfect example of that here, Samuel. We've got the world champion in the mixed doubles. Which of the local Malaysian players can step up to really challenge for the limelight after this game?
Right. I think in the mixed doubles, we do have Goh Liu Wing, who is currently injured, but she is one of those who stands the closest chance to, standing up to.
Listen, we'll talk more about the matchups in just a moment. In the meantime, back down to JD. he's talking to the respective team managers ahead of this contest.
All right, down here with the managers once again. And first, let's have a chat with the managers before we start this tie. First, team manager from Kajang BC, Yo Kaelun. How are you doing today?
I'm good today, yeah. Because
Now, the thing is, 4 more ties to the Resorts World Genting Champions Challenge. How confident that your team, your players, can get you there?
we're still trying to get to the top 8, but I don't think it's a good result, but I will try my best to get it because I'm still bringing my player to come in, and then I try what I can do to get inside out here.
So confidence is a main issue. We'll see how it all works out. But right now, over to Poh Han Yit, team manager for Nusajaya BC. You are neck and neck with Serdang. 20 games separating you and Klang United. What is the biggest hurdle that you think having your team reach the Resorts World Genting Champions Challenge?
Yeah, of course, our whole team very hope to get to Genting. We are competing in top 8. So one step forward compared with Sedang BC, then about 20 points. So we need to win big, then try to lose as less as we can. So in order to get up to top 8.
I like that very much. So try to be selfish. If you're going to win the games, less games to the other side. All right, managers, before we start, let's shake hands before we get going. Right now, back to you in the iBook Court commentary box. Managers, thank you.
Indeed, up here in the iBook Court commentary box, Samuel, a 20-game swing is required if Serdang are to be pipped for that, well, Klang United are going to be pipped for that last spot in the playoffs by Nusajaya. 20-game swing over 4 matches possible?
Well, possible certainly, but not easy at all. And I think Poh Han Yit, I was just speaking to him earlier, and he said the same thing as well. It's going to be really hard.
First matchup will be the men's singles, Bong Kwang Yik of Kajang against Alan Tai. So Bong Kwang Yik up against Alan Tai, and for the Nusajaya players in particular, there's a real responsibility here because we talk about that 20-game swing, we'll talk about it an awful lot. They can't afford to give any games away, really.
Yes, but again, they are up against really tough opponents today, and it has to be said, Des, that the Nusajaya squad is comprising mainly of senior players, which are really in the twilight zone, to put it nicely.
Isn't that a good thing? Isn't experience in close matches, isn't that an advantage in some ways? Or are you one of the proponents of youth? Well, a good young and will beat a good old in any time.
Yeah, well, I think that youthfulness is good, but, you know, these players are really old, especially Alan Tai. I was speaking to him yesterday. He said he's turning 35 on the 29th of January. So his age is catching up to him, and he seems to realize that as well.
Veritable youngster, 35, you say. But he still looks fit, he still looks sharp. But it is an important role that he's got to play, 35 years of age for Alan. How this works, there are 6 matches. Each match is best of 5 games. Each game is first to 11. And the team that wins the most games at the end of the 6 matches will be judged the winner. For Nusajaya, they not only need to win, they need to win well and get a points differential or a games differential. Looking down the Kajang team, as you say, they've got Liliana. They'll be expecting 3 at least from that.
Yes, certainly, you know, she's the former world champion, and her partner too is also a mixed doubles player. In contrast, the Nusajaya team is having a singles player in their team, Kwan Beng Hong. So again, the question arises of how effective that is going to be.
It's one of the problems for you as team managers that we're putting you under match play conditions. You've got to juggle your squads because players disappear onto international tournaments. Some are made unavailable for other reasons. So tell us a little bit about Alan Tai, say 35 years of age, but bags of experience.
Lots of experience, and he's also gone into coaching at the moment. Interestingly, he's also the coach currently coaching our singles player, Ai Wei Jen. So it's a bit of coach come player, what we are seeing here.
Alan will be in the yellow shirt representing Nusajaya at the near end to get us underway. And Bong Kwang Yik, Again, he's been a regular throughout this season. He's a consistent performer. Won't pull up any trees, but very consistent.
Well, he was certainly, you know, had a promising career back in 2012 when he won the Division 2 of the Pahang Open. That was in 2012. But again, he has been really struggling to cope with the seniors, and it has to be said that Des is really shining in the Purple League so far.
Just looking back at Alan Tai, and it's a long goal career. We've got data going back for him, going back to 2004, 2003, when stats really did begin to get going for badminton. So experience is a good thing. Let's see how he responds. This is the men's singles. There are 2 men's singles coming up. Stephen Ong is the chair umpire. In the overall standings as we start match day 8, each team plays each other in a round-robin tournament, so there's 11 overall ties played by every team. At the moment, we're on match day number 8, and this is the start of it. The business end of the season. It matters now.
Certainly is.
Good early start for Alan. Wang Yik, this is actually his 4th start in the Kopiko Purple League. 3 losses in the matches he's played so far, but he's taken 5 games, lost 10 games.
Well, it really has been against a lot of top opponents, it has to be said.
Good judgment there. Because it's often a false strategy to work out the one-loss record, because sometimes you could be up against the world number 20 or somebody really, really well-rated.
Yeah, certainly. Ai Wei Jian has been winning a lot of games, but he has not really been tested against the really good players. So
nice early interception from Alan Tai. Going to pick you up on his age if he wins this one comfortably, I tell you. A good get earlier on from Alan.
4-1.
He moved well, but he's put that one out.
he's certainly putting a lot of pressure on Bong, trying not to lift the shuttle, keeping it really low as we can see here, but it's really hard to keep up the pace.
He's doing a fine job.
Certainly is. He's putting a lot of pressure, as I said from the start. Because the bigger question is, how long is he going to be able to sustain this performance? And
that's ageist, Samuel. That's
certainly
ageist.
is.
Oh, again, he's just drifted. When he goes down that line, it's 2 errors there.
But we see that he really is trying to go for the lines, because that's what the reason of that, because he really can't stand these long rallies. He doesn't want the rallies to go long.
4-5.
4-5 on serve for Bong. It's good. That's beautifully played.
Well, he was certainly going for the lines, as I said earlier, and he's finding it.
Very often coaching can help you because you think more about the game, perhaps.
Yeah, certainly a very tactical player.
Oh, it's a good judgment.
Well, series of errors here early on from Bong Guan Yik, but the intent is quite clear. He wants to move Alan Tai to as much as possible.
That's good from Alan.
And in response, Alan Tai doesn't want to play those long rallies. He's really going for a lot of quick kills here.
Change of shuttle, and Alan Tai is ripped into an 8-4 lead. Come on, the old guy. Just what Nusajaya need.
So fast start from Alan Tai here, and he's finding the lines, and that's ultimately making the difference in this game, as we can see right here.
Ooh, just out. I see what you mean about the quick kills.
Yes, Alan Tai, it's really clear that he doesn't want to play those long rallies. He's really searching for the lines. Sometimes he gets it.
That's his 5th clear winner of a rapid-fire first game. It's long, good judgment. Alan Tai takes this one in 5 minutes.
Well, surprisingly, his tactics were really good in the start. He came all guns blazing, and ultimately it made the difference, as we can see right here. Didn't allow Bong at all to settle in. A lot of quick attacks.
Surely if Bong is looking to counter the quick attacks, he'll just want to keep the shuttle alive. He'll just want to lift it and make Alan Tai work as much as he can.
Well, certainly, because the longer the shuttle is in play, the more Alan Tai is really going to be struggling to, keep up with the youngster. So, and Bong Gonyek is known to be a player who loves to play these rallies.
Well, quick fire start. Campaigning for lack of ageism in badminton, that's what we're after. Although, to be fair, the whole idea of the Purple League is to generate the next generation. So maybe I'm in a losing wicket there.
Yeah, but, it has to be said, Des, that, a lot of senior players have come out. Muhammad Hafiz Hashim is one of them, and here we see Alan Tai doing the same thing.
20 seconds. 20 seconds.
So the perfect start for Nusajaya. Again, the bigger context. A place in the Resorts World Genting Champions Challenge. If you make the top 8 in the standings, they'll be in Genting. And he's leading by a point to love. Well played. That time, Bong hurried Alan.
Yes, certainly. Bong has actually been too passive in the first game, and this time he's trying to up the pace. I'm sure that's exactly what his coaches would have told him to do.
Oh, terrific angle.
I think one of the big problems with Bong here is he's playing those shots really deep into the base, as we can see here in the replay. But the problem is the shots are going far too slow, and Alan has all the time in the world to get back and to get a perfect shot.
Great example just there. Perfect physique for top-class badminton. He's tall, he's rangy, very wiry. There's not much weight on him.
Yeah, he certainly is. He's a really fit player.
Good clears, good work at the net.
Well, Bong is again trying to up the pace again. We can see that, he's really trying to push Alan Tai in, but again, the errors creep in.
He's missed. 3 he's missed where he's gone into good positions.
Well, that again goes down to a bad shot played by Bong. The shot was just far too loose there. Alan could intercept it even without going to the baseline.
Oh, tight angles, just drifts out.
Very close. Bong careful again not to lift the shuttle.
Even need to look.
4-3.
Bong was in a good position to play that smash. I'm surprised he just went down the middle. Should have gone for more angle and more placement.
Oh, he worked a wonderful opening.
Certainly did, and I think we are seeing a huge difference here between Bong and Allentai, and the difference is, as we can see right here, Bong is really passive and it comes really to the front of the net, and Allen takes his chances, even if it's a half chance, as we see there.
That's better. Real power in the overhead. But it's mid-court. I'm hearing what you're saying.
Far too loose on the shots there again. Bong would really need to push the shots at a much faster pace, if at all he's going to worry Allentai in this game.
Kepong team manager Samuel Nesson with the analysis. Just long. His judgment's been wonderful.
Certainly is. I think that comes with age as well.
Got himself a 3-point lead. 7-4. Just pulled that one.
Well, again, Allentai is taking his chances. He's searching for the lines, you know, and he's been doing that ever since the start of the game. So he's really been consistent. No shift of tactics so far.
Ooh, he willed it over. You play the percentages when you go like that. A couple of things have gone against him the last 2 points. Shot.
Well, again, we can see the same mistake being played over and over again. And what makes it even worse is that Bong is playing them cross-court, which means his opponent has a world of time to just wait and get into position.
So how should he be playing them?
I think he should be going straight rather than cross-court, and the shot has to be at a much faster pace than he's doing now.
Good lift under real pressure from Allen. He changed his mind at the net there, didn't he?
Yes, certainly he did. But what again, you know, we should take notice of is how quick Allentai is to take advantage of the net here.
And he set himself up for game point.
10, game point, 6.
Well, he's raced through games number 1 and 2. 12 minutes to take a 2-love lead.
You know, it's surprising to say this, but after 2 games, I think Bong Guanyik still hasn't quite settled down yet. He's still trying to find his range and get his shots. That last shot there is a perfect illustration of what I'm saying.
So it's a super start for Nusajaya. The badminton club recorded their first win of the season in terms of games just last time out. For Kajang, it's been 7 straight defeats. That must play on you mentally. You must think, I'm in a losing team here. Must go against you.
Yes, it certainly does. And I think that, you know, to lose 1 or 2 games means that, you know, you lose confidence. But then if you're consistently losing, that means, you know, you have nothing to fear anymore.
Let's just have a look at where the points were lost. And it wasn't so much errors. Were these forced errors or unforced errors? Officially, we've got 13 unforced errors from Bong. But these, a lot of them times seem to be forced errors on my view.
Yeah, I would totally agree to that, because Allentai was taking his chances, and, you know, he put Bong under so much pressure that Bong felt the need to, you know, kind of outplay Allentai, as it were, which all he needed to do was just keep his shots going.
So teams change end, players change end. Nusajaya's Allentai in the yellow. Leads 2-love on serve. Oh, it's just out by a whisker.
Was so close, but he did everything right there. We can see, moving Alantai back and forth, and even going for the angle and placement in the smash. Really unfortunate on that time.
Good judgment again from Alan.
2 love.
Well, Alan takes everything so early. He's putting so much pressure on Bong. And I think that's ultimately making the difference in this game because Bong hasn't quite settled down yet. And when you put so much pressure.
Yeah, he could see it.
He saw a half chance there and he jumped at it. He won't be too disappointed in himself.
Oh, that's a lovely disguise. A little flick of the wrist.
4-1.
That tells you just how confident Alantai is at the moment. He's brimming with confidence.
Nicely played. Little grimace from Alan.
Server 2-4.
Wang Yik worked him hard.
Well, I think that point, end of the day, went down to that straight smash that Bong Guanik played. It's been so effective.
Service over.
In a tight game, you can't afford cheap giveaway points.
Yes, certainly. And I think that that shot seemed to be going out as we look from here. Well, it's not a good angle to look at it, but seemed to be going out and kind of took it.
Ah, he nearly got it. Wow.
He certainly did. Alantai is enjoying himself. He's confident. He's trying to intimidate his opponent here. A lot of fancy strokes.
To be fair, he should have won the point before then. He had 3 chances on a smash.
Yes, he chose to go straight at his opponent, which is not always the best thing to do.
Now then, in the bigger scheme of things, that previous rally might have changed momentum a little bit.
Yes, I certainly see a shift of momentum here, and all began with the confident shots that we see Alan playing. And it showed a change of tactics. He's no more focused on attacking and winning it, but rather trying to win it in style.
And it's good.
Service over.
A hopeful look over to the judge from Wang Yik.
Well, I think that clipped the line. And just as I was saying that he seems to be losing focus, Alantai pulls himself right back into the game.
So put yourself in Guang Yik's shoes. He's tried his change of tactics. What more can he do?
Well, I think he's currently being intimidated by Alantai, and that again goes down to the wealth of experience that the 35-year-old has. What he should be doing is rather keeping his shot safe, not playing to his opponent's game, but rather controlling his opponent, because his defense is really quite good.
Coming up next, the women's singles, Boon Wei Ying for Kajang up against Yip Hu Yin, the Hong Kong singles representative for Nusajaya. This third game, beautifully poised. Alan Yip on serve, winning 6-5. Again, excellent judgment.
His judgment has been precise all through this game, Alantai.
5.
Again, he doesn't want to take any shot that he doesn't have to.
Well played to Bong Kwang Yik, a little bit of the power is going out of Alantai's overheads.
Yes, you know, and the thing is, he's just going straight at his opponent. It's the same mistake that Bong has made earlier as well, which all he needs to do is just to change the angle, move it away from his opponent rather than going to hit.
Well, if Bong can claw one back, we've seen it many times in the Purple League. You 2-love down, you win one and you're right back in it. That's a good smash.
Well, after seeing that one, you know, it kind of demolishes any possibility of a comeback. Although it's theoretically possible, but there's just been so much of force and power from Alantai all through this game. The youngster's simply been intimidated.
So Alantai looking to finish a job which, well, in all honesty, he's attacked with gusto from the very first point. Pushes that one, wasn't a clean strike.
But he was trying to go for the line again. That's been Alantai's tactic since the start of the game. So again, I don't think he'll be disappointed with himself. That's been in his agenda the whole time, taking the risks.
8-all.
Well, this is a crucial point.
Oh, yo, a little slip.
As I said, I think it's going to be a crucial point. I think this 1 point, which we saw here, right here, could determine the outcome of this game. I'm just saying.
Went for the long serve. That's the first time Bong's tried to go long on this service. 9-all, I love it when it gets down to here. Game point.
Well, Bong played his game right, moving Alantai to the back. Again, Alantai didn't have a lot of time to brace for that attacks that he's been doing previously, so well played, Bong.
Oh, we go to a deciding point. It's either game point or match point.
So this has come really close here. Alantai has a wealth of experience. Bong is youthful.
Experience prevails. A terrific performance from Alantai.
Well, I really didn't see this coming. If you asked me in the start of the game, I would pick Bong to win it 3-0, but this has come as a huge upset.
Nusajaya off to the perfect start.
Next, followed by Nusajaya BC, 11-5, 11-6, 11-10. Let's wait for Nusajaya BC. Great start.
Right, now let's see what Alan has to say. He'll be going down courtside to talk to JD after taking that one in 21 minutes. As you say, it's an upset, but the perfect start for Nusajaya.
All right, down here on court with the winner of the first men's singles for Nusajaya BC. Now comparing this match and the first match you played in the Kopiko Purple League, how would you compare? How would you rate this match? Are you happier?
Yeah, I'm happier because my team gave me a chance to prove myself in the court.
Now, one thing that towards the end of the third set, at one point he could have won it. How did you manage to keep your composure?
I just think I want to win. That's it. Yeah.
I like that. A man, a few words, but very, very confident. Congratulations. Back to you in the commentary box.
A very focused interview, a very focused performance from Alantai. As you say, one you didn't see coming. What did he do so right?
And I think his focus was there, and even there were times where, he began to drift away to, a bit of showboating here and there, but he quickly pulled himself back, and that's a sign of experience.
He took the first game 11 points to 5. And a little bit of showboating. I was a little bit worried when he started doing this in the third game.
Well, but he showed his experience, when he pulled himself back up, he got the focus going and he got the game going.
1 or 2 points as Boone really began to get into the contest in the third game, but when it came down to it, Boone couldn't capitalize on a game point that he had. It then went to a deciding 10-all, and you said experience.
Yes, certainly experience is the key word. And as we look here, we see again how he's going for the lines there, gambling, trying to go for the lines every single shot.
That was a strategy that would work for Alan Tai, using the full width and length of the court, which of course is an obvious thing to say, but it's very difficult to execute.
It's very difficult to execute, especially to a player who's stopped training. I'm really impressed by what Alan Tai has done.
Less unforced errors from the left-handed Alan Tai. More winners. He had 8 clear winners. He had 5 overhead smash winners in every statistic. Alan Tai thoroughly deserving that one. He's won it 3 games to love. Okay, next up, Kajang versus Nusajaya. It's the women's singles. Boon Wei Ying of Kajang against Yip Hui Yin.
All right, down here with the managers before the start of this match. First, let's chat with Kaylin from Kajang, BC. What can we expect from Wei Ying today?
Actually, Yip Hui Ying is a good player, and then Wei Ying, she will try her best and try to get 1 point or 2 points because Yip Hui Ying is a very high standard level, so it's different level. Yeah.
So trying to get as many games as possible. But over to Pohanjit right now from Nusajaya, BC. Hui Ying's been doing the business for you. Can she do it again today?
Hopefully, I should say that because she just finished Sarawak Open last week. So come back, rest for a few days. Hope she can perform as per her standard.
Thank you very much. Managers, back to you in the commentary box, brought to you by iBookCourt.
Thank you very much. Yes, Yip Hui Yin from Hong Kong, 27 years of age. She's a very redoubtable performer, and Nusajaya, I think, would expect a maximum 3 points out of her today.
Well, certainly they would. She's really been a really strong performer, had an illustrious career in the past. But of course, the only concern is that she sometimes has been proven to be a little inconsistent. We saw that against Puchong, where she surprisingly lost out to her opponent from Puchong. So again, it's going to be interesting to see how she performs here, especially against a state player.
Has been as high as world number 8. And that means that Boon Wei Ying, who has never had a ranking, this is a real challenge for the 19-year-old. This is what the Purple League's about.
Yes, certainly. And you're putting a former top international player against a local state player. So I certainly think they will see a contrast in play.
If you were team manager, what do you say to your player? If you're the state player, what do you expect? Just get a game? Just get experience?
Yes, I think, we just want them, not to pressure them too much. We just tell them that they're not under pressure whatsoever. Just enjoy the game.
Ladies and gentlemen, all right, Nusajaya BC, driven by Yip Hui Yin. And Kajang BC, driven by Boon Wei Ying. Nusajaya BC love, play.
Best of 5 games. Each game, first to 11. Good confident judgment call.
Well, early mistake from Yip Hui Yin.
Oh, can't have been far.
Well, it's still early in the game, but we see Bun playing quite positively. She's not intimidated by her opponent.
Oh, did well.
Got a bit too casual that time. She has to be careful. Yip Po Yin has the potential to thunder down a lot of powerful shots.
So do state players.
Certainly in the lead at the moment. And I think that, you know, Yip Po Yin hasn't quite settled down, but take nothing away from Bun.
For Pui Yin, how much does travel take it out of players? Because they do an awful lot of traveling to the international players.
Well, I think they are really used to traveling because, you know, due to their hectic schedule, international tournaments, they're always on the move. Quite used to it.
Well, she certainly angles that one nicely.
Well, I'm seeing, you know, Yip Po Yin getting into her groove, and that's really can be quite a dangerous thing for Bun Wei Ying.
She was in quick, she was on top of it. That's a missed chance.
Yeah, certainly she tried to take again a half chance. And it worked. Clipped the top of the tape.
Oh, it's gone over.
Yes.
Ah, sorry. I thought it came back on her side. So, get these eyes sorted out, Mr. Corkill. And now she's taken the lead, has Wei Ying.
Well, that's really been really close shot there played by Bun Wei Ying, but it has to be said that knowing Yip Po Yin, she has the potential to crack under pressure, and I think that's what Bun will be trying to exploit here.
Again, just trying to drop it short.
Well, avoiding unforced errors would be one of the priorities in Bun's list.
She's on to 4 unforced errors at the moment. Great shot.
Great shot. She was pushed really deep into her backhand there. And Bun was expecting another lob, and she just changed the direction of her racket. Great play there.
The top players always seem to be on their toes. The state players very often on their heels.
Yes.
As there. Drop it short, win the point.
Well, there have been a lot of quick points now being won by Yip Po Yin as she pulls to a comfortable lead.
Oh.
Speaking of being caught on the heels, and that's a perfect example right there.
She's just gone through the gears in the last 4 or 5 points as Yip Po Yin.
Yes, and Yip Po Yin hasn't really began to come on attacking, on her attacking mode. She's really, you know, testing the court, pushing her opponent around, getting the feel of the court.
Takes the game with a little drop shot. She's won it 11-5.
Well, she made her experience count there in the first game. She was slow to start. All credit to Bun Wei Ying for playing a steady game, but when she needed it most, she pulled back.
So talk to me about the psychology of these little drop shots and how somebody like Wei Ying, who clearly isn't in this class, but how can she compensate for being on her heels?
Yes, you know, what she has to do is just to keep the shuttle low, because, you know, you give top players such as Yip Po Yin so many options when the shuttle is high above her head. She has the options of dropping and smashing. So, you know, keeping it low means less options, and that means better, translates better for the player.
We talked before this time about Nusajaya needing to overcome a 20-game deficit if they're to catch up with Klang United in the next 4 ties to make it to the Resorts World Genting Champions Challenge. Can 4 live up?
No, I mean, again, as I said, we have the world champion next in the mixed doubles. And, you know, we have a lot of top Kajang players which are still in the back, you know, so it's going to be really hard for them.
But it's a good start for them.
Certainly is.
It's a marathon, not a sprint, but they've come out at a sprinter's rate. Nusajaya in the yellow, lead 1-love. Oh, it's good. How did that get over the net?
Well, that's a really fine shot played by Yipoyin there. Not really sure how it got over the net, just that it did.
And again, short and effective.
Going back to that first shot there, you know, that's a world of confidence, of a lot of good to you, you know, when you're done, you get shots going over the net that way. She's building on it right now.
Service score 1-2.
We would have had it, but I was seeing the difference there, how quick on her feet going forward was Yipoyin.
Yipoyin seems to be, you know, moving Bun Wei-ying around, and Bun Wei-ying, on the other hand, seems to be responding to Yipoyin, so...
The line judge had a little think about that one.
Yes, she did. It was really close, and I think that Yipoyin is asking all the questions here, and Bun Wei-ying is just left to answer those questions.
This will be the angle. Oh, clearly out. As we were watching that, Yip's put one into the net. So although she's technically being outplayed, she's hanging in there, is Bun.
Yes, certainly she has. She's playing really well.
The unforced error count is up to 7.
Well, you know, she's really trying hard to keep the shuttle low, and in the process, you know, you're going to be expecting her to make 1 or 2 errors that way. Not too many, of course.
Service score 4-4.
Well played. Oh, it's been called against Yipoyin. She doesn't like that call.
Well, she's appealing to the umpire here that it's the shuttle that touched the net and not the racket. So we look on here in the replay. She seems to have a case in hand.
She does have a case, but it doesn't help her. The point has gone to Bun. Oh, those push shots.
Yeah, certainly. And we are seeing a shift of tactics again in Yipoyin. Every shot that she's been played, regardless of whether it's a lift, as we see right there, or a smash or a drop, it's been attacking, and it's putting so much pressure on Bun at the moment.
That's a little bit wayward. The first game was 1-11-5. Yip takes the lead 6-5 in the second.
Well, it does come as a surprise to say this, but it's actually possible in badminton to attack with a net and also to attack with a lob, and we see that those shots are coming down with so much aggression. Bun Wei-ying is just having to reply them.
Good rally again. It's the drop shot.
Yes, and you know, if that can be caught again in the replay, Yip Po-yin was actually rushing to the net even though the shuttle didn't come back, you know, just to speak about the aggression involved there, as we see right there. That is proving to be the difference in this game.
Another dropped shot. 4 straight points for Yip Po-yin. She's accelerated from 5-all to 9-5.
Well, really, again, we see right there, she attacked the net shot, not with a tap, but with a gentle, soft net play.
Game point. It's long, so 6 straight points wrap up this second game for Yip Po-yin.
Well, a clinical demolition there by Yip Po-yin. She just upped the pace when she needed to. Remember, the score was still all level, pegging at 5-all. And ever since that aggression came in, she's pulled away.
I know you're going to say that the mixed doubles and the men's doubles are still to come, but if you're leading 5-love as Nusajaya are, that must be a fillip for the team members coming later on.
Yes, certainly, especially that they have no pressure playing against the world champion, the former world champion rather, and also in the men's doubles. So all the more that the Nusajaya team actually comprises of senior players.
I always put you in the manager's chair, and not much communication there for Boon Wei-ying from any of her teammates. She's rather being left to her own devices.
Yes, certainly. You know, I kind of overheard what the manager was saying then. He was just telling her, don't be afraid to play it, just play it. And I think that's what she has been doing so far, but it's just that Yip Po-yin has been on top of her game ever since that second game. So it'll be really interesting to see what happens in this third.
Kopiko Purple League. Kajang versus Nusajaya. This is the women's singles, the second match of 6 in the tie. Yip Po-yin of Nusajaya leads 2 games to love. It's best of 5 games, each game first to 11.
And again, we see right there how effective it is to just play a net when you're right in front, as opposed to just a tap.
What's the difference in terms of the fitness? Because I'm looking at the legs of the 2 women out there, and Wei-yin looks strong, whereas Wei-ying, it's not the same strength in the calves.
Yes, and I think a lot of it has to do with, you know, her psychological lethargy. She's tried everything she has in the first 2 games. It hasn't been working. There's that frustration there which builds into lethargy as well.
Oh, she stayed there. She had a chance.
Really unlucky that time. Boon Wei-ying did right to wait there. But I think she should have kept her racket slightly higher up. She took the racket from the bottom up, and a lot of time wasted.
Little short, soft drop shot.
And it's the exact opposite, continuing from where I started earlier. You know, Yip Po-yin is taking every single shot from the top, while Boon is doing the exact opposite.
You sense the spirit has been broken.
Yes.
Service off. 2-6. Service off.
First service error. Oh, couldn't lift it.
Also really tight net shot played there by Bun. She's playing the right tactics again, trying not to lift it, but don't think that she's expecting to win the shots now.
That's into the net. Despite the scoreline, there's bags of encouragement here for Boon Wei Ying.
Yes, certainly there is. She has tried hard in the first 2 games. Could have gone much closer than it actually did. She's frustrated with herself again.
But she's got herself a service winner there.
This is going to help her psychologically to pull up. Well, she tried to go for a sharp drop shot there, and again, it's really dangerous when you play those cross-court net shots because your opponent has a lot of time to just wait there for you. I always feel that the straight shots are much better than the cross.
That's been called good again. Hui Yin doesn't agree.
Well, the lines judges' decisions are often final. The umpire, of course, is only allowed to overrule if he has a clear visual that the error has been committed.
And it is close, but not close enough for us to call it wrong. Good venomous overhead. Bit of frustration in that one.
Yes, certainly. And I think, again, Bun has just played a really loose shot there. Not even sure it went to the baseline.
And we're into the march to home. It's match point, 4 match points for Yip Hui Yin, the 27-year-old from Hong Kong. Has secured a straight set victory. It's taken her 17 minutes to do so.
A very good performance there by Yip Hui Yin. She totally deserved it. Controlled it from the middle of the second game onwards. The score was 5-all. And after that, there was no looking back.
And that's another win for Nusajaya BC.
As we just look at how the match was won, we'll head down to JD courtside where he is